In this lesson, we're going to take a look to get an overview for the SP Page Builder Pro. So to do so, you click on Components from the left-hand menu, and you click on SP Page Builder Pro, and you get this drop down. You can click on Pages. When you click on Pages, because we don't have anything set up yet, you have this message. So to add a new page, which we're going to do in just a moment, you can click on Add New. But I want to go over some of the things that you see here on this menu. So you have the EasyStore. When you click the drop down, you can be able to go through the EasyStore front, which we'll cover later on. You can go to the single. This is where you have your add-ons. These are all the different add-ons that you use. The add-ons gives you more features of things you can be able to do. So for example, if you wanted to add on a Google Map, empty space, you can choose the add-ons that you want to enable, and you can disable the ones that you don't think you need. And to do so, you just have to toggle this off. That's off. So now you won't be able to use this add-on. If I toggle it again, now it's back on. And you can also click to add to your favorites. So if you have a specific add-on that is your favorite, you can click to add to your favorites. And we'll scroll through here. These are all the add-ons. And this is going to make a lot more sense when we start working on the site. And then of course you have your custom icons. You don't really need to upload icons right now, but if you have some, you certainly can do that. And then you have your font book. You're gonna need to have like a API key to upload this. And you have the media manager. This is where you can upload any images, you can upload videos, you can do audios, attachments, and you can create the folders that you want to add different things to. Now all this comes in handy because when you're building an e-commerce site, you need to have different folders for the different types of products that you have, and you can upload the images accordingly based on that. And you have integrations. Joomla integrates, SP Page Builder integrates with Joomla. So years ago, right, when you started to build a website, the articles page, this is like the web pages for Joomla, okay? So when I say an article page, I'm referring to just a specific, like a page. You had to design it, customizing it took so much work. It was a lot of work. But what they've done, if they've integrated SP Page Builder, so if you have an existing Joomla website that you want to customize the article pages, then you can do that. We might take a look at that, but that's not going to be the focus. And then of course you have the SP Simple Portfolio with it. Next, you have the languages. Because Joomla is a multilingual platform, you can install any one of these. Again, I'm not going to cover it, but you can use this for your native language. So if it's here, you can be able to do that. Next, we go to settings. This is where you can install, any ID like Facebook ID, the app secret. You can scroll through. If you wanted to use the generative AI, which is a great feature that they have, you can get that from OpenAI, and you can put your key right there. And once you put your key, then you can be able to generate images. I'll show you how that works or looks like in the front end. And again, this is more API stuff that you can go through. And you have your color library. If you don't know what you're doing, don't mess with any one of these. And then of course you have your license and your update. So this is where your license is going to be located, right? So all the license information you have is going to go right here. You put your name, your email address from Joomshaper, and then your license key. This is important because when you need to update the software, right, when you need to do certain things, there's certain features that are only part of the pro version that if you don't put the right license and the key here, then you won't be able to get access to it. Now you can find your key by going to my license key. You click on this. And then from here, you can be able to log into the site, you get your license key, and then you can be able to add it to it. Now that we've done that, let's go over to here, and we're going to create a page. And I want to give you a little more, overview for SP Page Builder. So let's click on Add New Page, and we're going to just call this one My Store. Okay, and then click on Save. Once you do that, you notice that you're going to have a different menus on this side. And what that means is now you've activated Page Builder that you can be able to design anything. So let's click on this section here, right? So you click on Add Elements. When you click on Add Elements, these are all the different add-ons that you can drag and drop to put on your page. So they have several ones. They have some for e-commerce from the EasyStore. You can use EasyStore, the pagination, the search, or the product list. Again, as we start to build the website, we're going to take a look at that, more in depth later on. But add-ons are great because they allow you to be able to give your style, your site a certain look. If you want to add an alert, an accordion, or anything, that's what these add-ons are for. And then you have your sections library. You can be able to add different sections if you wanted to have a hero. So instead of you having to redesign something from scratch, you can just grab a headline like a hero image. You click on there, and then it's going to show you now. I haven't activated the license yet, so that's why you're seeing this Buy Pro. So you want to make sure that you go to Joomla and you get your license key, and then you can be able to add it. So let's do that now. I'm going to get the license key, and then once I do that, I can be able to utilize any one of these. So now that my license key has been activated, right, I can use any one of these. But before we get to that, you can kind of scroll through here. Now this makes building a website super fast and super easy. So instead of you having to build each section step by step, you can just use any one of these blocks and then just customize and tweak them. They've done a phenomenal job of giving you so much that you can be able to use. So let's go back over here, right? So we have the pages, the page layout. When you click on that, this are already pre-designed templates that they've created for you. So if you're getting started and you don't know what type of layout that you want, and you need some design inspiration, or you just want to get something that's already made to go, you can get any one of these. When you click on the business, it's going to show you all the business templates. When you click on travel, it shows you all the travel templates. So based on the type of site that you want to build, you can just come here as a starting point, choose any one of these. So if you click on this, for example, it's going to show you all the pages that are part of this. And if you like this, you can click to import, or you can also click to view the live demo. So let's go back here. I'm not going to use this right now. We might use it later on, but let's see. So I like how some of these look, but let's just come over and we're going to click X out. So next you have your save items. As you work on the site, you have items that you saved. Your add-ons is going to show up here. We'll take a look at that later on. And this is the media. So I showed you before, any type of images that you want to upload, you can do that right there. And then you have the page settings, right? So this is where you can manage the permissions. With the permissions, you can choose who can be able to see what, who can see, do what they can be able to see and do. So I'm not gonna go over the details right now. And then of course for the SEO part, this is where you put in your SEO tags for each page that you create. So this SEO tag is not a universal one, but this is going to be just for this particular page that we've created. The robots, we can lift that as global. You can upload the open graph. So if you click open, you can upload it. And then for the page CSS, that's where that goes. So now I want to show you how. So okay, another quick overview too. So at the very top menu over here, you can preview the page, but make sure that you save it. So if I click save, I click on preview, it's going to show me what we're working on. I have just a store name, my store. You can click on these three dots. You can close, you can export. Okay. Now the export feature is great because there are times when if you need to move a site over, right? Or instead of you having to rebuild everything from scratch, let's say you wanted to clone a site, a page, but you don't want to do it from scratch, or you're moving it to a different server where you can export and you can also import. You can also click content and you can check the content coding here. If there's anything that needs to be fixed, you can do that. So now when you go over to start creating your page, you have two options. You can click on layout bundles, which I showed you before. If you want to grab any one of these just as a starting point, you would just have to change whatever the content for it is, or you can click on add new section. Now when you click on add new section, you have this drop down that shows you these different blocks, right? So you can choose any one of these and you can always change them later on. So let's say you want to start off with just 12. I'm going to click on that. Now from here, I can add anything. If I click to add, it's going to activate the add-ons. As I mentioned before, the add-ons allow you to drag and drop different things. This is key for you to know, because as you're building your store, you're going to want to make sure that you're adding different elements to give your site a certain design. So let's see how this works. So for example, if I want to add a heading, right, I can just drag this heading and put it right over there. And when I click to edit, I can edit the title. I can edit all the different things that's on this section right here. Again, as we start to work on the site, you can be able to see how this works. I just want to give an overview for how, things are. And then you have the style. The style covers all the look and the design of how things show. So you have this right here. And then you have the advanced, which I'm not going to cover the advanced for now, but the advanced, if you wanted to hide any specific, like you didn't want something to show up on a desktop or a tablet, you can also give permissions to each section here. So if you only wanted members to view a specific section of the website, then you can do that as well. So now let me just go and just drag. Let me come on accordion. I'm just going to drag accordion, put it right there. If I wanted to make any changes, I can click on this dots right here. I can click on settings, and it allows me to make changes to this whole section. I can change the colors. I can change it to gradient. However I want it to be, I can be able to make those changes on this particular section here. You could even add some video, but we're going to leave this as it is for now. And then let's see text color. You can change text colors as well. So when you click on this here, you can have the columns. You can add more, you can remove. The goal of it is this has to equal to the number 12. So you click on here, and then you can duplicate, you can copy, or if there's something that you don't want, you can remove.